Hey guys, today we're going to be comparing and contrasting Videoscribe with Doodly. Now, if you saw my Doodly video, and I know a lot of you have, you saw that I created a whiteboard animation video with this online platform, and someone in the comments, someone named Thor, the god of thunder, do you think that's his real name? Probably not. Anyway, he said that Videoscribe is way better than Doodly, so you know I had to check it out. They are very comparable platforms in that you can create whiteboard marketing videos for your business or whatever you need them for. And so today I'm going to check it out. I'm here in my office and you're going to be seeing what I'm seeing on my computer screen as I create my first Videoscribe video. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jenn Jager, Creative Director at Plum Productions Professional Video Services, an educator here at My Video 101. And if you're not new, welcome back. I'm so excited to have so many new viewers to my channel. Also, guys, if you're interested in Videoscribe or Doodly, I have affiliate links in the description box below for both of them. So let's get back to Videoscribe. Here is what our platform looks like when we first open it. Just as a note, I'm on the trial version of Videoscribe, so you'll probably see some watermarking as I'm working, and that's really to be expected, but just know that if you paid for Videoscribe, you wouldn't be seeing those watermarks. And we'll talk about pricing and how it compares to Doodly a little bit later in the video. So let's go back. We're gonna click over to create a new scribe. And this is a really blank platform. Now, I'll just give you a little bit of a tour, a little bit around the screen from what I can tell from the research I did this morning. If you want to add a new image, you click this button here in the bottom right, and it has all of these different illustrations that you can select from. You can also here import your own illustration, which is great. And then they have this feature where you can actually enter a web URL and download the image right from the internet, which is actually very convenient. I really liked that a lot. That is a great idea. Here is where you can add text. This is what really excited me about Videoscribe. If you click over here to manage fonts, look at these fonts. Now, these are not fonts that Videoscribe delivers to you. These are my own fonts that I have purchased and collected over the years, and I love that because I can really create custom whiteboard videos for my clients because they have specific fonts that they need. And I love that I have all these choices. Usually with these platforms, maybe you have like 20, 25 different fonts to choose from. Here, the sky is the limit because I can not only pick from my own fonts, but I can buy new fonts online and then install them into Videoscribe, which is honestly, it's awesome. That's nothing I've ever seen before, and I really, really love that. If you're actually a professional video creator, that's just something you need to have access to, is all these fonts. So I really loved that about Videoscribe. Let's do Gotham. I'm gonna do Gotham rounded medium. I'm gonna hit this plus sign and let's enter it in. So it's loading all of my fonts so I can actually use them when I create my video. Okay, that took about 10 seconds to load. Time well spent. I definitely didn't mind having to wait for that. Let's hit that check mark and we are good to go. Now, if you draw your attention to the upper right corner, you can see the rest of these icons. Over here is voiceover. So I don't have a microphone hooked up to my computer at this moment, but I can actually record voiceover right into Videoscribe from a microphone hooked up to my computer, which is awesome. Or I can upload an MP3 file into Videoscribe. Now, my audio files that I usually get from professional narrators, a lot of times they're WAV files, not MP3s, and I could not upload a WAV file into Videoscribe, which was a bit annoying, but I just took a third-party converter and turned it into an MP3. Just a little bit of an extra step. A lot of these platforms, if you've seen my other videos, there are some extra steps you have to take. It's just part of the deal. So I didn't really mind that too much. I'm gonna go ahead right now and import that voiceover. This voiceover is actually a voiceover from a event that I spoke at. I created a promotional video for this event that I spoke at at a business organization last summer. So I'm just importing the voiceover from that, and that's what we're gonna use. Now, after I create this Videoscribe video, I'll actually show you the video that I really made for that event. It's kind of a graphic animation, but it'll give you a bit of an idea of different types of videos you can make for your marketing clients. The first thing I'm gonna wanna do is add some text. I've got my script right in front of me and I know what the voiceover says, and I'm actually gonna wanna match that voiceover to my text. So the first line is, let's get back to basics. And I can pick the color of my font. Because this is a back to basics tech event, I like to use some primary colors. Kind of matches with the whole like school, elementary school vibe that we went through for this event. And so I can click my font and drag it to make it larger and center it on the canvas. Now I'm gonna go over to this bottom left corner, select my element here in the timeline, and I'm gonna hit this right arrow, and here is where I can kind of modify the properties of the element. So under this first little icon here is animate. So basically what this is telling me here is that it's gonna take 5.5 seconds for this element to get drawn on by my hand. And that is a very long time. I actually wanna shrink that way down. Let's give it 1.5 seconds. So one of the things Videoscribe does is it uses what are called cameras. So when you're doing like a graphic animation, a camera would be almost like, you have to imagine it as if you had a camera shooting all of your graphic elements and it's moving across the screen. So think of it this way. Let's say you've got like a poster board with different pictures on it. And the camera would be, this is like a virtual camera we're talking about here. It would be zooming in on different pictures all on the same poster board. So instead of the elements either flying in or flying out of your canvas, it's actually, everything's laid out and the camera itself is moving. It gives you a slightly different effect. It's a more modern effect. And it's a desirable effect. I really like that a lot. And that is something different from Doodly, where Doodly things just kind of like flew off the screen and wiped off the screen, as opposed to a camera effect. And the camera effect looks more expensive. Even someone who's untrained, for some reason, the perception is that something with a camera effect is cooler, it's more high end. And so I love that Videoscribe offers that to you. This next icon here is to change the pause time. So after your element is drawn on with the hand, Videoscribe defaults to where the camera movement pushes in on the element. And I don't like that. We can change that later. The pause time is how long it pauses before that zoom in happens. I'm gonna just make it down to 0. And then over here, the transition time is how long between this element and the next one I create it takes to get from one element to the other. I'm gonna leave it at the default at 1 second. So let's just do a preview here. This top icon is play from start.
Let's get back to basics. Our tech team reveals 5 free and easy things you need to be doing to market your business online.
You can't pause the playback. You can only stop it and it disappears. So I'm actually going to do that again for you, because you're going to notice in the bottom right corner, there's a little checkbox that if you want it to do that zoom in that we talked about at the end of after it gets drawn on, and I want to get rid of that. So let me do that right now. Let's play it again.
Let's get back to
Draw your
basics.
attention. Get rid of the zoom at end.
Reveals 5 free and easy things
there we
you
go.
need to be doing to market.
Much better. Okay, so now let's add our next element. So the next line I'm trying to cover is our tech team reveals 5 free and easy things you need to be doing to market your business online. So what I want to do is add some pictures of people. They're going to be our tech team. I already played with this a little bit, so my recently used people are here when I open the add picture window. So I'm just going to add these guys and I'm going to drag them where I want them. So I've added my first girl here. So the thing to know about the canvas in Videoscribe is that it's absolutely infinite. You're not stuck with a small space that you're trying to work within and that you have to fit all your elements in. You can fit as many elements as needed in this canvas, which is great. Now I'm gonna add, oh, it's thinking. I'm gonna add this girl. She's gonna be part of our tech team. I'm gonna drag her down, resize her. She's a little small. There we go. We want them to be about the same length. And I'm gonna add one more person to our tech team. This guy here. And again, he is gonna get dragged down next to them. Now I want these three guys to come on really fast. So what we're gonna do is go back to the change the animate duration. This is defaulted to 8 seconds. That's crazy. That is way too long. I'm gonna do 1 second. Pause time 0 second. Transition time, I'm gonna go down to 0 second because I don't want it to wait before it starts animating on the next person. Like this stuff needs to happen fast. And that's just generally when you're trying to match a voiceover, you need things to happen faster than these defaults are telling you that they should be. So just use your judgment there. Oops, I wanted that to be 1 second. Hold up, I messed up. And this guy here, want him to come on in 1 second. No pause and the transition 1 second. Okay, let's play back and see what this looks like. Let's play it from the start.
Let's get back to basics. Our tech team reveals 5 free and easy things you need to be doing to market your business online.
Okay, so that is what the Videoscribe platform kind of defaulted my animation to look like. But I actually know that I want to add other elements with this group of people. I'm going to add some text. So I'm going to show you how to kind of get more control over what the camera is doing. So let's move, look down, draw your attention down to the 3 characters at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to hit Shift to select, hold down Shift and click on each one to select them all. And what I'm going to do is use this magnifying glass to zoom out, and I'm going to position them more toward the left of the frame where I know I want them. Just going to keep adjusting because I want room for my text right here. Now I'm going to click, see this bottom right, set camera to current position. So that's where these characters are going to land. So the default is for the camera to be centered on the element that you've just added, but that's not what I want. I want them to be left of center, and Videoscribe does let me control that. So let's play this back again and see how it looks.
Let's get back to basics. Our tech team reveals 5 free and easy things you need to be doing to market your business online.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Although I did notice that this first screen, it's like it needs a pause. I think that's what I need to do here to make that kind of sit better. Let's try that again.
Let's get back to basics. Our tech team reveals 5 free and easy things you need to be doing to market your business online. Got 2 minutes?
Okay. This lady here, she almost looked like she wasn't being, oh, I had her animate on 0 by accident. I actually need her to be, let's make her half a second, this one half a second, and this one half a second. So they're gonna get drawn on really quickly because I'm gonna add this text here, and it's gonna say 5. And I'm gonna make it that red again. And make it centered. And I want this 5 to be huge. So this is something I don't like. Look at how pixelated and crappy my number 5 digit looks. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty disappointing because what I'm trying to do is create text that's all different colors and sizes, and I want some things to be really big and some things to be a bit smaller, and this is not letting me do that, and that is quite annoying. I mean, it's letting me do it, but it doesn't look sharp. I know that it doesn't look sharp. I'm gonna keep the font really big. Maybe when we upload it and someone's watching it on their phone, they won't notice how low res that is, but that is definitely disappointing. Thumbs down for that. All right, so let's play this back and see what we've got.
Let's get back to basics. Our tech team reveals 5 free and easy things you need to be doing to market your business online. Got 2 minutes? We'll show you the simple step on.
Okay, so again, of course, this stuff is taking way too long to get on there. I'll do half a second for each. And then the transition time needs to be much shorter. Let's see how that plays back time-wise.
Let's get back to basics. Our tech team reveals 5 free and easy things you need to be doing to market your business online. Got 2 minutes?
All right, so I'm learning one of the things that's kind of tricky about these whiteboard animations, these platforms, you can't have 2 things happening at once on the screen at the same time, which is a little frustrating. And basically, while my narration is at a normal clip, my visuals can't keep up with it. So I'm gonna have to rethink my design a little bit. Give me a few seconds, I'm gonna work on this and then we'll move on. Okay, so I fixed the problem that I was having in that it took too long for my elements to be drawn on the screen to match my narration. So what I ended up doing was combining some of the text elements. So you can see here that both the top line is the same font and green and the same scale, and then the second line and easy is also a different font but the same font as each other and the same color. So when you're using these types of platforms, that's not unusual at all. You definitely don't have the same kind of nuanced control that you would have with a animation program like After Effects or Apple Motion. There's definitely limitations here. But sometimes if you're not expert in that kind of animation, you don't mind the limitations because it does so much of the work for you. Now I'm gonna go ahead now and create the rest of my video. Then we're gonna look at the finished product. I'm gonna tell you what I think about Videoscribe versus Doodly, and then I'll show you even the video that I actually made using, I think I used on that video Apple Motion. You could see what that looked like as well, but I'll see you back in a few minutes. Okay, so I've created all of my animations and doodles, and now I'm gonna select music to go with this video. Videoscribe has a very large library of music selections I can choose from, so let's have a listen and see what fits. So I'm gonna head over here to the musical notes tab, and then I can just preview all these different tracks. Okay, I just went through a lot of different music selections and I kind of had a hard time finding something I really liked. There was a sort feature that you could sort, I would think, by music genres or anything. And no, all you can sort by is length, name, or calm to heavy. So it would, whatever it decides is calm would be listed first, and then it would get progressively heavier, whatever that means, through the list of songs. Or you could reverse that, so you could start with a more heavy type of song and then move into more calm tracks. That is the weirdest sorting system I have ever seen on any music library platform ever, and I am not a fan of that at all. So I really just had to like click through song by song, and even the names weren't really descriptive or accurate as to what type of music they were. Ugh. So there's music in there, but you really have to dig for it. So that Videoscribe, no bueno, not a fan of that. But I mean, there's music in there, right? And the cuts are okay. It's just, you know, you got to leave yourself time to figure out what cut of music you're going to use. Okay, I've selected my music. I've laid it in. I'm going to play this back now. Let's have a look at what we've got.
Let's get back to basics. Our tech team reveals 5 free and easy things you need to be doing to market your business online. Got 2 minutes? We'll show you the simple step on Google that will significantly enhance your SEO. Plus, how many words, how often? We reveal the recipe for blogging success. Then, the one page your business must have. Join us for Back to Basics, 5 free and easy ways to market your business online.
Okay, so I just played it back in the platform. It didn't seem to be playing back as smoothly as I would hope. I wonder if I export it, if it's going to go more smoothly. So let's try to export it now and then see what happens. So when I went to export it, it took me to the pricing page. I couldn't even export a version of Videoscribe without paying for the service, not even a watermarked version, just to see what the file type options were to export. That's definitely interesting. What I will say about Videoscribe is that it gave me a 7-day free trial, as opposed to Doodly, where I actually paid $67 for Doodly. And I think that version of Doodly didn't have all of the illustrations it could offer if you upgraded to like a pro version. But this, I can't even get like an amateur version for free. Even Powtoon with the 7-day free trial let me upload the video watermarked to Vimeo. So Videoscribe is pretty serious here. They definitely don't want to give anything away for free, but they did really show me what the capabilities of the software were, so I can make a judgment based on that. So what do I think about Videoscribe? First of all, it is significantly more expensive than Doodly. Doodly for the $67. Now that was a promotion they were running, and at the time that I'm shooting this, they are still currently running. I still see that advertised to me on different social media platforms. So $67 got you the whole program without watermarks. It didn't have all of the illustrations that an upgraded version would offer, but I could do a lot with the $67. Here for Videoscribe, you can pay $35 a month, where you can probably cancel it every month. So if you wanted to use this just for one project, you could pay $35. You could do $14 a month, or for a one-off, you could do $800 to buy the program outright. Looking at the math, it doesn't really make sense to buy this program for $800 outright. If you look at the yearly subscription, it's $168 per year. Doing a little math, you'd probably, you know, wouldn't come out ahead on buying the $800 version for 5 years. And in 5 years, who knows what's going to be in style for video? Whiteboard videos might be totally out, or there might be other platforms that emerge that are better than Videoscribe. So I don't think that spending $800 to buy it outright is really worth it. But if you were going to use this a lot, $168 for the year for everything that Videoscribe does is not bad. There are definitely some things about it that I really like. So let's compare and contrast it to Doodly. First of all, like we just discussed, the Doodly platform is way more affordable. $67 to buy Doodly forever. Yeah, it's a limited version, but it's still pretty good. So I definitely think Doodly is the winner on that front. But what I like about Videoscribe is the camera elements. Remember we talked about how it's like a virtual camera that's moving from element to element to element. Videoscribe is definitely the winner there when it comes to kind of the way that the images transition from one to the other. Doodly just had things kind of wiping off, and which is fine, but Videoscribe definitely has a cooler feel. Also, Videoscribe is better for fonts because I could bring in my own fonts into Videoscribe like this, and I loved that. That was definitely a huge plus. But what Doodly had that Videoscribe didn't have was that, if you remember, it had custom paths where you could draw on, import your own images, and then tell it how to draw something on. That was an excellent level of control that I really loved. So what do I think between Videoscribe and Doodly? This is a tough one because I definitely think Videoscribe has better illustrations. And again, that camera movement I loved. The amount of fonts I could bring in I also loved. But Doodly wins on price, and that Doodly offered different backgrounds. You could do like a green chalkboard background, a black chalkboard background, different color solid backgrounds. This is a tough one. I'm going to call this a draw, to be honest with you. It's really a matter of personal preference. So Thor, the gentleman or woman, whoever this was, that commented on my Doodly video and said that Videoscribe was better, I don't disagree or agree with you. I'm kind of neutral about it. They're good, both good options. They both have some drawbacks. And what I'd like to do now is show you what I actually created for that event video last year with the voiceover that we worked with today, so you can see what it would look like being created in a program like Apple Motion. So let's take a look at that.
Let's get back to basics. Friday, July 20th, our tech team reveals 5 free and easy things you need to be doing to market your business online. Got 2 minutes? We'll show you the simple step on Google that will significantly enhance your SEO. Plus, how many words, how often? We reveal the recipe for blogging success. Then, the one page your website must have. And ask us anything. We know you have lots of questions, so we've allotted extra time to give you the advice you need. Join us for Back to Basics, 5 free and easy ways to market your business online. Friday, July 20th at Lynn University.
So now that you've seen that, I have to say I definitely still prefer the video that I created on my own in Apple Motion. I just think it has so many more options, colors. It just has much more life. I have so much more control over the timing of things than I do with these platforms. But if you really love the whiteboard look and you're not a professional and you're just looking for something to kind of create these whiteboard videos for a client or for yourself, I'd say either one of these, Doodly or Videoscribe, is, you know, you really just can't go wrong with it, frankly. So I'm going to give everybody a thumbs up. I'm going to give my video that I made in Apple Motion a thumbs up. I'm going to give Videoscribe a thumbs up. And I gave Doodly a tepid thumbs up. I know that they were making improvements on it when I did that last video. So I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any other products that you want me to review, that is what I do here. So let me know in the comments, because like I said before, I read all of the comments and I'm always looking for new platforms to review, because you guys seem to be super interested in that. If you look at my videos on my channel, those product reviews are definitely the ones that get the most views. And so I know that's what you're looking for, and I definitely want to deliver that to you. If you thought this video was helpful, subscribe to my channel, join my growing viewership. I'm so excited, and thank you all who've been catching up with me and watching my videos. I'll see you next Monday. Thanks so much.